Hey everyone, welcome to my next video. Today I'm just going to be starting the build on this kit, which I made a video about earlier. It was pretty short. Nothing terrible that you missed, or terribly important that you missed. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I've taken the lid off. It's kind of tricky, so I didn't record it. So we're going to be starting with the upper hole as the instructions instruct me to. So it looks like we're just going to be doing some of the suspension and then a lower front plate. Okay, so it's actually the lower hole that we need to do. So lower hole, and then we have to look for A and B. It's kind of tricky. It's not exactly labeled in the best way. Never mind. It's right here. So that's B. Then we need A. This is H. There's A. There we go. So I'm gonna take these, put them away for now. And then, my God, that's messy. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So, I'm gonna get the instructions out again. And I'm gonna do a hard cut because no one really wants to see me, or anyone for that matter, just like, cutting off stuff. So, I'll see you in a second. Alright, I'm back. And so, I've cut all the things that need to be cut out of the sprues all over here. See? I am going to be keeping the sprues themselves out of the picture just so it doesn't really distract from everything. Yeah, so I'm going to be using Tamiya extra thin cement for this, and this will be time-lapsed because it's the same thing over and over, yada yada. See. Alright, so I've completed all of these old parts of the suspension. Sorry, the camera keeps on focusing on the wrong things. So 4 of them, I think I could have done a little bit better. They were pretty annoying to put together, although luckily some of the mistakes I made will be pretty hidden because it's not really going to see them. So yeah, now we're going to be putting the armor plates on, some connectors, and then I'm not sure what these are. Yeah, I will again do a cut. I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I have cut everything out of the sprues. So there's the armor plates, little tow hooks, a couple of things to connect the suspension. I don't know what these are either, but yeah. And this is also going to be time-lapsed because it might take a second. So see you in a second. Alright, so I've completed at least this part of the suspension, done the armor parts, some of other stuff. Some of it does need to dry, as you can see. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Pretty much all done. I'd say it looks pretty decent. Even though I did miss one of the pieces you might have seen in the time lapse. This piece right here. There should be one over here too, but it's like, why even bother? It's gonna be upright. You can't see it at all. So yeah, this piece, I just dropped it. It's so tiny. I'll probably just put it in the box. But yeah. The suspension has now been completed, I'd say. Let's look at the next page. Overhaul assembly. So yeah, there are a couple things connecting these two armor plates. I noticed there was a gap. I thought I was doing something wrong, but I guess not. And then I guess there are a couple pieces that are going to be connecting these suspension pieces, but that's just about it. Just 3 parts. I'm gonna go cut those off of the sprues and I'll be back. Yeah, so I'm just getting these sort of tow hook things right on the lower hull, or hull, however you want to say it. Sorry if you can't see it very well. I need to see it too. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble just putting this in. It's not exactly the best part design right here, but not the worst. It's actually quite annoying. No, never mind. That's why I say I think it's good, but it is not. It really does not wanna connect here. I think I might have just made a breakthrough though. Oh, never mind. I am gonna cut this actually. Alright, I think I got it to fit a little bit. I'm just giving it a nice, generous helping of Tamaya extra thin, and it looks like I still have it wrong. Oh boy. Okay. I think that looks better. I'd say so. I think it's just one of those parts of the kit where you either lose or you don't lose as bad, which I'm fine with. It's not the end of the world. I can probably clean it up with putty and paint and stuff. So now I forgot to remove this. I think this is actually how I broke the other piece, is I wasn't careful when separating these pieces. So, there we go. Yeah, if you ever build this kit, be just so gentle with it. It is, yeah, very fragile. Not sure if I'm doing this right. No, I'm not. Well, this is quite confusing. Ah, there we go. I think I found the way. To be really, really precise in this moment. We might have done this wrong. Try it here. actually not sure entirely what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, I think it might be backwards. Okay, so I have figured it out. The instructions were a little unclear as to where exactly you're supposed to put it. Actually, I had to figure it out from this set of instructions rather than this one. So basically, I thought this right here and this right here was supposed to go somewhere over here, because that's what it said. And yeah, maybe it's not what it said. No, it said something different, but it was really unclear. So yeah, nothing is actually wrong anymore. However, since I did mess this up earlier, I did break it. This is actually going to be a little tricky. Just going to try my best to do this, put this on. Yeah, it's very... Who knew that it's not a good thing to accidentally break your your parts? Again, try the absolute best. Oh, I really wish they gave you spare parts. That would be really great. Yeah, this is really tricky. Because obviously, since it's two parts now, it really does not want to connect. Actually, oh my god. As soon as I got it to connect it, it stopped. Okay, I think I might have got it. Yep. Just gonna leave that alone. It's very temperamental. I also realized that it's not really necessary to jump cut whenever I cut the sprues, especially in situations like this. So 45, 46, 45 here, 46 here. So many parts. I actually had to make two entire sprue things for each letter, which is it's a lot of parts. And I know I'm kind of just talking about nothing, but sometimes small talk kind of gets you through the boring or repetitive stuff. So yeah. Okay. So it looks like these guys go in a really weird way. Not entirely sure how this is going to work. Okay, I think I figured it out. Very odd part of the kit. Suspension is just, it's always a nightmare, isn't it? From tanks to cars to, I guess this is APC, reconnaissance car hybrid, so yeah. These, right, here and here, they're supposed to connect, but There isn't really a good way to do that. You have to kind of manipulate it, which is not fun. Not fun at all. And I might also be attaching it wrong. Actually, never mind, I'm not. Yeah, this is a very, again, very just repetitive but in the long term, very rewarding part of the kit. It always is. Because sometimes people like to take a nice look at the suspension, see if it's passable or not. Yeah, almost there. Kind of have to lift it up and then connect it like so. I think that's correct. Could be, nope, yeah, that's correct. Okay, now I have a good idea of what to do. What to do. Very finicky at the start, as always. There we go. See, since I didn't break it here, it went in much more smoothly. No, in a much smoother way. Yeah, I didn't have to really fight it very much. Yeah, and folks, sorry for the constant focus switching. Since this isn't like a $300 camera, it obviously does not know exactly when to focus and unfocus and whatnot. It's just my phone that I use every day, so not the best, but does work. And if you're wondering why my voice is muffled a little bit, I'm wearing a mask because I'm not exactly the biggest fan of inhaling the vapors from To My Extra Thin. Kind of just smells like worse nail polish, if you ask me. So, yeah. I'm almost done. Sorry, that's not in the camera. Should be paying more attention to that. Everything is almost glued. It almost doesn't look like it's broken from some angles, but it does from others. You know, that's actually fine. Yeah, so one last weird little pogo stick ring thingy. Sorry, people who are familiar with these parts. I don't know very much about suspension in cars and stuff, so yeah. And that part is done. Finally. It definitely took a second. So now we're gonna get those little tow hooks, A43. So there are these little fellas. Gotta very gingerly snip them off. So tiny. And so it's saying no cement, but I'm not sure how well that's gonna work. Actually, quite well. Wow, a no cement part actually requires no cement. Might just be bad luck on my part, but usually no cement parts either end up falling off or they're just completely still anyway. And it kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, this is by Trumpeter though, and Trumpeter has a very good reputation as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, I keep on dropping this part. It's so tiny. So now that I think of it, I'm actually not terribly surprised by how good it is. But yeah, here we go. Got these cute little tow hooks. That's where they're supposed to go. Yep. And yeah, it's looking pretty good now. It's actually starting to look more like a vehicle. And now to the next part. We're gonna need a lot of stuff. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts in one little thing. Sorry, I'm just looking for the parts because they are never in one particular order. They're always really weird. Okay, 7, found it. 1. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, I kind of hate suspension. And I'm very glad that it's the first thing to do. It's always the best way to go is to just get rid of all the stuff that you hate first, and then follow and finish with the best. Or at least just something better. Because it ends up being a lot, save the best for last. Man, this is really not wanting to work. And A40. We're gonna need A40. There it is. I guess there are 2 A40 parts, but they're connected by a really weird thing that I will have to cut off. There we go. Got 1. There we... dropping everything today. Although these are very small parts. There are lots of them. So now we need A32s and A41s. So A41 done. And A32. There we go. We actually need both A32s. I did not realize that. You can be a little bit forgetful sometimes, but we all can, can't we? And that is all the things cut off of the spruce for this little part. So looks like it's going to be a very odd assembly. Sorry if that was really loud. I was really close to the phone. I'll probably just lower the sound in post-production. Yeah, this is a tricky part right here. Yeah. Very tricky. At least that's what it looks to be. So A40. Gonna attach that real quick. Okay, I have finally done that. That was a fight with God, I tell you. It was really annoying, but I finally got it to work. Just had to do a bunch of silly things with it, and eventually it ended up working. So I'm gonna try my best to recreate that and actually record it, maybe. And yeah. Sorry, this is really taking a while. Oh, I glued it on the wrong place. How funny. I might, never mind actually. I was about to say, I might cut the video, but I think it's okay. Okay, this is pretty much doing the same thing it was doing beforehand, so if I don't get this within the next few seconds, I am just gonna cut the video, yeah. Okay, I have gotten it to work, kind of. It's still very finicky, but this will be the end of the video because, like I said, I hate suspension, and it is the biggest, I guess, thing that makes me want to stop modeling for a minute. So here it is. Not a terrible amount of progress, but not terribly low either. Got a lot of the suspension done. I will have to do the other side, which is pretty annoying, but who cares? I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one.